So I think Ondo's got a nice little bull flag forming. And I think this one is primed. It's been in a downtrend for quite some time. However, here's the thing is look at this. All right. This is bullish. Let me double check that. I've been double checking the wedge patterns because I pretty much have them memorized, but they can get mixed up sometimes. So none of these. Okay, yeah, here it is. So if it trends down into it and it's pointing down, a breakout upward. And that's what we have on algo right now. Or was that Ondo? Excuse me, Ondo. And that is a big pattern. That would send it up. Yeah. That would send it up quite a bit. I'm thinking 90 cents minimum. And it could, I think it could do $1, depending. What was that one? This one is Ondo Finance. Now that doesn't mean that it's not going to come up here to 80 cents ish. Okay. And then come back down one more time. All right. So I'm going to wait for confirmation on this one. But this one we're going to keep an eye on for sure. Because if it breaks upward, if it starts hitting 82 cents, it's probably going to go to $1. I'm thinking probably just shy. 95 cents seems more realistic. Where is the actual resistance at? 92 cents maybe. 95 or excuse me, 93. But it could go as high as 97. And it could go more than that, obviously, but those are like just from what we're looking at, what it could do. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been waiting to buy. You all know this. I've been watching Ondo and Algo like a hawk. I've been waiting for the right moment, but I don't want to get stuck in a bull trap. How can you go by the chart when it seems to rely on BTC Ethereum charts? What do you mean? I think Bitcoin is possibly gearing up for a move. Best network to use USDC. I do not recommend any networks or anything like that because of what happened with FTX for legal reasons. I think things are gearing up for a pump, but it doesn't matter how bullish everything looks. Like he said, Justin Kelly, Bitcoin is driving everything. Bitcoin is in the driver's seat. I agree. I agree with you, Justin. But that's why I'm waiting for confirmation. I'm gonna wait for a Bitcoin signal, but I'd say Bitcoin is somewhat bearish, but it could be in a C wave right now, ready to come down. That's why I think it would come up, come back down, and then it would go. So I think if Bitcoin completes its C wave, then it could take off and do something big. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'm thinking once Bitcoin hits about 95, 97K, it takes off from there. That's why you scratch your head a bit when I look at some charts like traditional stocks. Well, I'm also following Bitcoin as well. I'm following Bitcoin as well. It's just Bitcoin will give you the overall direction, but I don't think Bitcoin has much more to come down. And I think other projects like Ondo, for instance, it's already pretty much bottomed out. Okay. Now, there is the potential that it comes down to 65, 66 cents. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for confirmation. Okay. But I'm keeping an eye on it to see if the market does make a turnaround. But I'm thinking probably mid-July is going to be our buy point. Oh, not you, just some seem to forget that. Yeah. Is H bar entering buy territory? Let me go look, but I'll tell you this right now. I think mid-July is going to be your buy point. That may change, but that's just what is confirmation? A breakout. A confirmation would be a breakout. I don't need to catch the entire wick, but I need confirmation that it's going to do what it's going to do. Once it breaks out of that resistance, or once it loses support, then I know what direction it's headed and where it's going to stop. That's where I'm at with it. H bar is basically a stable coin. Was that one we were supposed to look up? H bar? Yeah. H bar is a stable coin. That's funny, man. Y'all are funny. We're talking about Ondo, Algo. We're basically everything. Everything is moving in unison. I'm calling this the unicycle, the simulcycle. Ondo looks like a inverted head and shoulders in the short term. Right here. That could send it up a little bit, but that's not a lot. Like, we want to zoom out. We want to look at the 1 day. Oh, excuse me. This is H bar. So H bar is this head and shoulders right here. So H bar's got more to come down. I'm thinking 12 cents to 13 cents. Nothing's changed on that. We got a few weeks. We got a few weeks left for things to start coming down. But this is classic. H bar is a classic bull cycle. So even if it is going to pump, it's going to do this. It's going to and fizzle out. I'd like to see it do something else, but that's pretty much what it is. All right, I will do one last one for you, Jesus, because you are a subscriber. After that show's over, we're 15 minutes over time, and mind you, whenever we go over, I have to pay the IT guy extra money. So if you could send some gifts, at least help me reach this let him cook, man. I would appreciate it, but it's going to cost me like an extra $100. Neo, thank you for the dragon crown. Appreciate you. Jesus, thank you for the let him cooks. Let's see if we can get a galaxy. Since we're already over, might as well do a couple. All right, let's do Cardano. Cardano. I know we went a little bit over because we had an unexpected guest, but wasn't she incredible? She, I haven't watched too much of her content. I've seen a little bit. Same thing here, inverted head and shoulders, short term. but she's actually she gets it. So Cardano, same thing as H bar. Okay. Um, it's a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders in the short time frame, but the larger time frame, it is a head and shoulders, bringing it down to 51 to 53, maybe 55 cents. I'm leaning towards the lower numbers of like 50 cents. I think it hits 50 cents and then bounces up from there. But at the same time, it's a classic bull cycle like that. I think we're in like the ninth inning right now. Neo, thank you for the sparks. Thank you very much. Who's got me with a galaxy? If I can get a galaxy right now, I'll keep doing a little bit of TA. If not, we're gonna call it a show. We're already ran over, so I'm already gonna have to pay overtime. But if I get a galaxy, I'll stick around and we'll do some TA. Everyone should just buy SXT and Ondo. Set it and forget it. I know, right? Because as soon as I buy it, it's gonna God candle. Kodak, thank you for the flex. All right, can we get a galaxy or are we calling it a night? I own Ondo, but what purpose does the coin serve? Honestly, it's real world asset. So it's the tokenization of real estate. That's what it is. Tokenization of real estate. So basically, whatever real estate is valued at is what it will be valued at. It'll be backed by a real world asset. The coin is used for like liquidity pool for transferring. So like when somebody wants to buy real estate, okay, and they pay somebody, you know, the coin is what's used to move the money back and forth. All right. Holy crap. Bunch of gifts coming in. Kodak, thank you for the donut. And the tiny dino, the You're Awesome, the two goats, and Oscar, thank you for the galaxy. Thank you so much. All right. I will go till 9:30. We'll go to 9:30. Unless we keep getting galaxies, then we'll keep going. Let's see here. Actually, we'll do something bigger than a galaxy or something similar. What do we do? We'll do a meteor shower. Because the more we go over, the more it costs me out of pocket. So, meteor shower, and I will go till 10 o'clock. And we'll go to 9:30 now. I've read Ondo's coin is purely governance right now with potential for future staking. Interesting. Turbo for meme coin, that is now utility. All right, who's got who wants TA? Oscar, do you got a TA you want done? Oscar, what do you want TA'd? You got front row right now. File? Yeah, we'll do file. Is OMG one? Is that a coin or is that just OMG? If OMG is a coin, maybe I should buy that. What the hell is Trump Mobile? Is that a coin? Neo, I just did Cardano, but I can do it again for you. Neo has been a subscriber for a long time. All right, slow down, chat. Let me get these done here. Riznet. Is that a meme coin? I'll tell you this right now. I don't do meme coins. They're unchartable. Holy cow. Oh my God, look at that thing. Dude, File. If File takes off, that would to something like this, that would be incredible. What is the It's super new. I just got an airdrop. Who told me about File? What the fuck? That was 2021. I wonder if this one gets a bull run at all. I don't know what the utility is on this one. Let me check. A decentralized storage network and cryptocurrency that enables viewers to rent out their unused storage space, creating peer-to-peer marketplace for data storage. Oh, we looked at this one the other day. Yeah, this one's cool. This is hella cool, actually. All right. So on the one day, here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay. More than likely, let's see, it seems like it's a bit of a double bottom. It probably has more to come down. I would say 2.9. But what'll happen with this one is it'll pump up and it will probably go there like that. So I'm thinking $6 when I think it's still got more to come down, but I think it'll do about $6 when it does take off. I think it comes down to 2.111. $2 to $6, that's like what we want XRP to do. All right, let's see here. You want me to do RizNet? If it just dropped, I'm not going to be able to TA it. We can do Quant though. All right, I'll do RizNet. Hold on. Is this it right here? Riz? May 15th it dropped. This looks like SXT. I don't know, man. It's in uncharted territory. It's too new to chart, but I would say things are going down right now. That's what I would say. I would say wait for it to flatline and then you'd be in accumulation on it. But I don't know. What's the utility on it? I just did Cardano, but you got to become a subscriber or send the gift. Rihanna, thank you for the heart me and the rose. Appreciate you. Oscar wants IOs. Oscar paid, so he gets first dibs. Thank you, Oscar, for the galaxy. All right, we got to get this other goal if we want to go to 10 o'clock. IOs network, US dollar. Okay, on the 1 hour, I'd say it looks kind of like maybe a double bottom or a triple bottom there, but let's go into the 1 day. Dude, if that's a double bottom right here, if it stops right here and starts going up, it's going up to 54, 55 cents, just to get started. I mean, it could stop up here at 43 to 45 cents. Um, but also at the same time, I think it wants to come down. I'd keep an eye on this. I'd watch it and see if it starts creeping up here. Like, it can come down a little bit more, but if it starts creeping up, it's going to take off. But if it stops at 0.35, 0.36, it's probably going to head back down. Yeah. Wait for confirmation on this one. Wait for it to pump past 0.39, basically 0.40, and then you can maybe get it from 40 to 55. It's hard to tell on this one. How long has this been out? Okay, a couple years. I would say that man, it's probably going to come down. I mean, it looks pretty nice and volatile though. I'm just not seeing any real patterns. It's a bit of it kind of looks like other things like the Head and Shoulders, but it's a little wonky. But it could be a diamond top forming, which would send it back down. But if it's a diamond top, that means it would get like a nice pump. So keep an eye on it. If this thing pumps up to 57 or 60 cents and then starts coming back down, I would say it's a diamond top and it's going to run back down here. Hey, watch the market. Whatever Bitcoin does, it's going to do something similar, just more volatile. All right, Quant. You got 2 minutes to send the gift or we're calling it a night. Rihanna, thank you for the heart, me and the rose. Justin Kelly, thank you for the paper crane. Appreciate you. We got to meet the goal. If we're going to go over 9:30, we'll go till 10 o'clock. If I can get this meteor shower. Otherwise, we're going to end it at 9:30. So we'll do Quant and ARB unless we receive the gift. Quant. Quant looks like a double bottom. And it looks like it might be flagging right now. Yeah, Quant might pump. And I'd say it's a triple bottom and a bull flag maybe here. Yeah, this one's probably going to pump. I think everything's about to get a bit of a pump. Let's say it does pump. That would take it to 106 maybe 105. And it could potentially go all the way to 108. And that's just based off of this pattern right here, triple bottom. In a more long term, in the day, I think it's coming down. I think I think what it does is it's going to do this right here. And then boom, Head and Shoulders. Justin Kelly, you got to send the gift because we're already over time. Because it's going to cost me $100 to go over because the IT guy's in here. No. You got to send the goal gift. I appreciate it though. Let's see here. ARB for TikTok seller. If you were a subscriber, I would probably be like, oh, okay, you know, but become a subscriber, man. And then you can get, I'll tell you what, subscribe right now and I got you, bro. And that way you get the perks of being a subscriber, man. But we're already 30 minutes over time. Arbitrum, is that it? How do I describe? I'm on TikTok Pro. So down on the bottom, there's like a star with a little circle around it. And you're going to click that, become a deluxe subscriber, and I got you, bro. ARB looks like it's flagging too. That's a nice bull flag, it looks like. And I'd say it's a bit of a inverted Head and Shoulders. And that would send it up to about 33. And that's on the 1 hour. And then on the day, it kind of looks like a double bottom. I think it comes down further. I think it comes to 0.24, and then it just takes off double bottom, sending it up to 0.64 later on. And it could go more from there. But I'm thinking that's probably what it's going to do, because we have this one right here and then this one right here. And then this one will boom. So maybe it does like 80 cents at the most. All right. Justin, are you going to subscribe? I'm telling you, with the deluxe subscription, bro, like you get one-on-one coaching with me. And real quick, if you guys want to sign up for the TA class, send me a DM. All right, I'll give you a minute. I'm going to do a little bit of promotion to buy you some time. All right. So if you're interested in doing the TA class, it is different from the coaching. Okay, so one-on-one coaching is about helping you find a strategy and on-demand TA for your projects, okay? The TA class is going to teach you how to read the charts like I do. So there is a difference. All right? This is $25 an hour, okay? For this class that's dirt cheap. All right. And so it's $100 a month, but some months have more days in it. And so you'll get a free class some months. Okay. So the price won't change, but it'll be $100 a month. And then don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 5 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every day we're here. And then we have our merch. So we have hoodies, shirts, men and women's shirts. We have mugs. I have my mug right here. Check it out. And we have stickers. And then don't forget to sign up. Come join my Discord. It's absolutely free. If you're looking to do the TA class, that's going to be done on Discord. So if you go into my Discord, there is a section that says TA classes. You can click on that and you can put your name on the list to sign up. And oh, I have an extra ticket to Rare Evo. If anybody's interested in going to this event, it's in Las Vegas. It's on August 6th through the 10th. I have press passes. I was told that they would most likely be upgraded to VIP, which are like $1,500 tickets, $1,600. So if you're looking for a VIP experience in Vegas, let me know. They are press passes. They may not get upgraded. It depends on how many VIP tickets they actually sell. So if there are availability, we will be the first in line to get those VIP tickets. But I only have one extra, so it'll be you and the goat. All right, Justin, did you figure it out? Oh, and check it out. We were able to raise another $75 this month for the Save a Warrior Foundation. Thank you to everyone that donated. We're making a difference here. We're changing lives. We're doing something positive for the community. Not just being greedy. You know, we want to help people. We want to do positive things for the community, not just the crypto community, but the world in general. You know, like that's what this is about. This whole thing is about helping people. That's the main goal here. I'm going to be really bummed if I'm going live extra for no reason right now. I'm going to give it a few more minutes for you, Justin. But I'll tell you what, Justin, being a subscriber, it's going to be worth it for you because like you're asking me right now for TA, you're going to have priority in the chat to get that TA done on your projects. And you can message me directly for TA anytime. There it is. Justin just subscribed. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate you. And remember, you can message me and send me a direct message, okay, with your email, and I will sign you up for the email alert system. And because you subscribed, I will go till 10 o'clock. Unless we don't have any more to go over, then I'll cut it early. Welcome aboard, Justin. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. I feel like you were on the fence about signing up anyway. So glad to have you. Don't forget, you guys can also gift subscriptions to other people if you want to, if you feel like doing that. As soon as we get to 115 subscribers, I actually get paid more money for having subscribers, and it actually becomes a little more lucrative for me. All right, Justin wanted IMX. I got you, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna enjoy it. IMX is a diamond bottom in the 1 hour. So I would imagine this one's gonna pump soon. That would be at about 48 to 49 on that one. And in the 1 day, it's probably reached, it could potentially go to 35 or cents. But because of that diamond bottom, I'm thinking not, which would be a double bottom, sending it up here. And that would go to at least like 86 to 90 cents and potentially more. It could potentially go to $1.04. 5 projects you jumped in when you got confirmation? What do you mean? Any chance it revisits its all-time high? Let me look. I'm going to say probably not. Okay, so this is common. What you're seeing, this is the bull cycle. That's probably where it will hit its top and then come back down. And by then, that would be December, end of the bull cycle. We're kind of in the final last round here. This is do or die for the bull cycle. It's pretty much almost over. No, I think probably $1 would be the most it actually reaches. Kita? No, I can do Kita for you. There were some other ones in the chat. Chat, if you want me to look at those projects for you, we're going to go till 10 o'clock. You can all thank Justin Kelly for adding an hour on. I'm not too happy about it. I'm in pain. I am tired. But we'll do it. I mean, I'd say we're in the 8th inning. We're in the 8th inning. All right, Mother of Dragons wants Kita. How you doing, Mother of Dragons? Kayleen, so nice to see you. Always a pleasure. See, it's on Tether. That doesn't look right. Kita. Try this one. Does that look right to you? Does that look like the right one? Oh, KTA. Oh, this is it. Perfect. All right. So it looks like it did a bit of a head and shoulders here. It's that new? May 15th? When you say 8th inning, you don't mean 7th inning stretch before November, December. I mean, yeah, kind of. I guess I'd say we're probably in the 7th inning now, and we're in the 8th inning. Maybe we go into extra innings on this one, but I think it's done by November. I think it's done by November. I think we get a pump in September, October, and then we start heading down in November, or maybe something changes. But the way the world is going right now, I'm leaning towards probably not. This one's hard to say, but I would imagine this does something like this. Come, boom, head and shoulders, 40 cents. Possibly. I could be wrong. There's just not enough data. There's ones like this. There's just not enough data. It is in a downtrend, which means it should turn upward soon. I'd say that 66 to 63, it could potentially come down to, and then start moving up. What platform is it on? I'm not sure. You'd have to find out. I'm sure it's on I think it said Kraken. uh, Polynex, Blowfin, Uniswap, Bitmart. So basically, the traditional cycles are a thing of the past because regulations and institutions. I think, yes. And I think the next bull cycle won't be 4 years off. I think it'll be sooner, maybe in a year or two. I think 2026 is going to be dead. They're just going to say, okay, go to sleep. See you in 4 years. And then the next year, boom, bull cycle, and no one will be prepared for it. I do see crypto turning more to traditional stock market by 2030. I think so. XRP, Rihanna, you got it. So XRP is a head and shoulders in the 1 day, but it could possibly break out of that. So in the 1 day here, we have the head and shoulders, possibly sending it down to about 180 to 160 if it doesn't break structure. Okay, it could break structure. I don't think so. It may hit $2 and bounce up from there. In the 1 hour, it kind of looks like it's gonna pump one more time, maybe. It could see like 230 to 235. At the most, I would say 240 to 247, and it would still be within structure. But it is this pattern right here. It's a bit of an ascending channel, which would send it down to $2. Okay, so it may have one more pump up to about 237. Maybe it's more like 239, 240. Come back down, and then it would break and hit $2. The question is it going to bounce off of $2, or is it going to break through? I would imagine that it does something like this. It probably come up and back down. It's $2, bounces, and then comes down. Something like that. That's what I'm guessing. Not financial advice, but what do you personally see as the top 3 performers in the last inning? That's a good question. Probably Ondo, maybe Algo. I don't think Algo is going to outperform Ondo, to be honest with you. If we have a meme season, I think, or excuse me, an alt season, maybe XRP. If the case gets dropped on XRP, I think it would outperform everything. But I don't think that that's going to happen. They may drop the case, but the injunction getting removed, that's the main thing. Is if the injunction is removed on XRP, XRP is going to do, $5 to $8. But it's hard to say. There's just so much hopium with XRP, is why I say that. So it's just hard to say. I'm thinking Ondo. I'm really thinking Ondo. I'm hoping for SXT to do something this bull run. I would think that that would maybe be its time to shine. It just hasn't gotten the traction. It may be something for the next bull run where SXT takes off. But the sentiment behind it, its utility, I'm digging it. Rihanna, you're very much welcome. Thank you so much. All right. Anybody got me with a gift? Just to hook a brother up? How about a meteor shower? Somebody got me with a meteor shower. I know I'm asking for a lot. Do I need to call Mega to make me believe in XRP again? I call him regularly to help me believe. Mega's the only person that makes me less bearish. Because I trust his TA. He's pretty on point. For the most part. There are others that are, whatever, but I know he's not blind to the fact that things can come down. So when he says that things are going up, I tend to believe him. But I don't really go to Mega for TA. I go to Mega for emotional support for XRP. We need to create an emotional support group for XRP holders. Because yeah, we're having a hard time over here. Does anybody have any more projects? Any more projects? I'm going to take down the meteor shower. I know you guys aren't going to send it. I was trying to put something up that would not be so crazy, but how about a glowing jellyfish? Can we get a glowing jellyfish? If not, no big deal. Axelar, got you. Link is bullish as F right now. Really? I'll look at Link. Axelar. I hate to break it to you, but this looks like it's coming down. Oh yeah, this is coming down. Classic. Like that. Where's that put it? In July. And then possibly run up again to right about there. I'd say 50 cents max. It would probably wick into 50 cents and then like that. Oh, Neo, thank you for the gem gun. And Jesus, thank you for the glowing gun. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. We actually made 20 bucks this live. All right. Yay. Cost me an extra 100 to go live longer, but it doesn't matter. It's not about the money. I mean, it's nice to offset some of the costs though. But I don't want to always, like, I don't want to be live till 10 o'clock. I want to go to bed or relax and get out of the chair. I've been sitting in this chair for 5 hours straight. You know what I mean? That's why it's like, all right, make it worth my while, Link. That's what it was. I like Link. I hold a little bit. Not too much. Most of my money's in stable coins right now, but when I go back into rebuy mode, so Link looks like a bit of a bull flag thing going on, possibly. It looks like an inverted head and shoulders, possibly here. In the short term, just in the hour, I would say it goes to about 13. 13.6, maybe 13.5, 13.5, 13.6, somewhere around there. And then in the day, it's coming down. Okay. This thing is coming down overall. This is a head and shoulders. All right. So this thing is coming down to 10, I'd say like 11 cents to like 11 to 10 cents, maybe 10.5, somewhere down here is where it's going to drop. I'm thinking right there. 10.14, 10.36. EMA ribbons are crossing on what? Arrow? Oh, on Link? I don't use those, man, because they throw you off. But we can look at them. Just because they're not crossing. I don't see them crossing. In what time frame? Maybe in like the low time frame, like the 5 minute. What time frame for the EMAs? Because I'm in the 1 day. Maybe you're mistaken. All right, do we have any more? Hold up, TV just glitched, had to restart. No worries. Yeah, this is Chainlink. Yeah, it looks like a bit of an inverted head and shoulders. But I think in the 1 day overall, it's coming down. It's a head and shoulders right here, bringing it down. You see it? Do you see the head and shoulders? Okay, it's right here. Boom. All right, I think I got time for one more. Who's going to give me the last one? And don't forget, TA classes. If you want to learn how to do technical analysis and learn how to read the charts like I do, okay, I'm very quick with my TA. Chris Durkee wants to do Tron, but he's not a subscriber. So I'll tell you what, Chris Durkee, I will give you either you can become a deluxe subscriber or you can send a money gun. But I'll tell you what, with the deluxe subscriber, you get one-on-one coaching with me. But you got 1 minute to send the money gun, or otherwise we're going to call it a night. Justin Kelly wants AKT. You got it. Last one. Unless Chris Durkee subscribes. If Chris Durkee subscribes, I'll do one more. A cash network? No worries, bro. I'll tell you this right now, though, that deluxe subscription pays for itself. All right. On the 1 hour, I'd say this is kind of a diamond bottom. It's a bit wonky, but it kind of feels like maybe a diamond bottom thing going on here. You see it? That's bullish. That would send it to, I'd say, 0.184, or excuse me, 1.184. But in the day, looks like it had a head and shoulders. It played out. It may be going into reversal, but I would say this is a descending, broadening wedge. Let me double check on that one. That's bullish. Yeah, this one looks like it's about to take off in the day and the hour. AKT, whoever called that one's about to do something. Let's see if this takes off. That would send it to 166, or excuse me, 165 would be your first profit taking zone. 175, 180, 195, $2, and then 260. I don't think it'll go higher than that. It could, but there's just not enough data to tell. But let's say this is a double bottom here now, right? And it does that. That would send it to 230 to 240. I'm leaning more towards this right here, actually. I would say probably 216 to 220. This one looks bullish as hell. All time frames look good on this one. I might buy some of this. The problem is, here's why I won't buy it. It's only been out since March 19th. There's not enough data for it to really be accurately charted. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how bullish it looks. One bad thing can just this thing. So be careful on this one. I'm glad I took a look at how long it's been out. That's usually one of the last things I check, just to be sure, because this could do just like what SXT did, and it looked bullish as hell, and it just, all right. Be careful on this one. But Justin Kelly, I would say that more than likely it's going to be somewhat bullish. But be careful. Be careful. Yeah, it's like render. Man, who was it that bought render? And I told him, I was like, bro, like, he was like saying all this stuff about render, and I was like, yeah, but I didn't see, you know, I from my TA, you know, and he didn't take my advice, and he lost a lot of money, and then he canceled his subscription. Which I would think you'd do the opposite, right? Why would, if somebody gave you good advice and you didn't follow it, and then so you cancel your subscription with them, it's like, it's not my fault you lost. You know what I mean? I tried to give you the tools. But that's more about PTC, kind of SXT, no? What do you mean? You mean it's about what Bitcoin does? Yeah. Here's the thing is I was pretty convinced that SXT found its bottom and then the world just went to shit. Nobody could have predicted that. And that's why we do the news for the show is because we have to kind of gauge that. But I tell you what right now, the markets are rocky, whether you're in crypto or you're in the stock market. Everything is rocky right now. All right. Be careful. Not financial advice. Okay. This is just what I see. I tend to be right. But mind you, I'm only 90 to 95% accurate. So I like SXT though. I don't think it's shit. I think it's a awesome coin. I think it's just we're too early. Too early. I'm always too early to everything, but I'm okay with that because I see the potential for SXT doing dollars like 5, 10 to $25 in the next 5 or 10 years. So I'm okay with it. I'm accumulating it for long-term storage. Oh yeah, SXT is going to be massive. Like people don't even know. Like we're so early on that. Everybody that's holding SXT, um, yeah, in due time. I agree, buddy. That's one it's an accumulation, baby. Every time it goes down, I'm like, oh, thank God, like I can buy more. And I'm not throwing my whole bag at it right away. I'm putting a little bit into it every time it goes down, every time it goes down. I'm not really DCAing it. I'm just accumulating it as it goes down. I'm like, oh yeah, baby, keep on coming down. I'm okay with it. And once it gets down to that low, then I'll throw a fucking massive bag in it. And so what? It takes 5 years for it to do anything? Fine. I did the same thing with XRP and now I'm retired. So once people read it and realize what it is, it's going to boom. Exactly. All the crypto creators, I found this one. Okay. All the crypto creators, I tell them about it and then they're just like, oh, I'm buying this. I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. I'd be like, I will take my pontoon boat in emerald green with gold fringe, please. And I want one that's powered by a Sea-Doo so that we can take chat out on the pontoon boat and we can go ride around on the Sea-Doo and do things and bring it back and dock it in there. So, all right, I'm going to end the live, guys. Thanks for sticking around and all the gifts. Justin, thank you for subscribing. Send me a DM with your email address and I'll get you signed up on the email alert system for free for the rest of the month, and you can try that out. I asked Nani Crypto this morning what she thought of it. She didn't know, and then she freaked out. I know, right? I am like, let me tell you this. I am known for picking the best ones early, way too early. Yeah, once she did some reading, I know. That has like been my whole thing. I've always picked things that are always end up being the best later on. I'm just good at picking them. They just fall into my lap too. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just manifest it. Who knows? Anyway, Justin, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and yeah, I'll see you around. Everybody smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. My speaker blew out, so I'm winging it. Even your speaker blew out. And we got a special guest today coming in. This is pretty awesome. I'm really excited. Today is going to be special. It happened last minute too. And when you get big names like this to come onto your show, the biggest things happen like this very quickly. And so I'm just ecstatic. Like, this is just a once in a lifetime opportunity, guys. And I was very fortunate to meet with this gentleman recently, and we had talked about setting this up, and he wasn't sure when he would be available. He's been working with Whistling Diesel, and they just got done filming, and it's pretty incredible. Actually, I need to pull up that. I'm running a little bit behind today, so bear with me, guys. How's everybody doing today? Start smashing that like button. Yes, get the likes up, guys. We need to get to 100K likes by 6:30. Yeah, start smashing the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, send in those gifts, help support the show. We are going to blow the show out of the water today. I'm telling you, I have so many interviews lined up for special guests. So many interviews lined up. It's going to be incredible. I've got a bunch of different creators, established creators, up and coming new talent that are equally yoked with what we got going on here. It's pretty awesome. I'm really excited the direction this is going. Ever since we had Mega on, I was like, wow, like, we're on to something here. I wanted to kind of just do my own show, but we need to have some discourse here. We need to reach out and listen to other people and have other creators come on here, and that's the whole point. Is we are growing our community through this way. You predicted 223 for XRP yesterday, and you pegged it. Was impressed today to see that. I told you, bro. I told you guys. I do that every day. Like, this is an everyday thing for me. Let me turn the music down. My bad. TikTok, man. TikTok's audio mixer is just... How's that? Is that better for the audio? My apologies. TikTok's audio mixer is so subpar, excuse me. I can't stand it. What are your thoughts on Algo, Master? Yes. My thoughts are, we're going to have to take a look at the chart. And you know what's great is, our special guest, he works for the U.S. military. He does all their social media for the U.S. military, okay? And this guy, bro, like, incredible stuff. Just to meet with this guy, what a pleasure. Great gentleman. I don't know if he's going to be able to come to Vegas. He's kind of toying with it. XRP looking bullish or bearish? I think XRP is in a descending channel, which is bullish. I'm thinking bullish, but if it does break 220 down to 222, it's cooked. When should I look to buy $2? I don't know. It may not go back to $2 for a while. We just got to kind of watch and see what it does. But 223, I believe, is the bottom. Jessica, thank you for the rose. TikTok seller, thank you for the heart me. Zell Shops, thank you for the heart me. Much appreciated. It's funny how all the new people came in and were like talking this and that about me, and then boom, I call the price to the cent, and here we are. Everyone's a believer. I call the wicks, baby. We're not calling candles, we're calling wicks. Call me John Wick, all right? That really should be my name. Instead of Oz the Crypto Goat, you have self-proclaimed me as the goat, okay? But I'm telling you, I'm John Wick over here, baby. We are sniping these things every day. Harry, thank you for the follow. Daniel, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscriptions are different than following. And with your subscription, you get access to my daily price point videos. I tell you where the market's going to wick at, baby. On the top and the bottom. TikTok seller, thank you for the 5 goats. Jessica, thank you for the 5 goats. TikTok seller, thank you for the 28 roses. Let me tell you, we are calling it. And so you getting those daily price point videos, if you're looking to trade, okay, it's going to pay for itself. It's $2, but with a deluxe subscription, you can message me directly, okay? You can message me directly and I can coach you and I can do a technical analysis on any platform you like. Twitch is not running. However, at the end of the live, the last hour, we will be on Twitch exclusively. We have some things to talk about that we cannot discuss on TikTok. So if you want to catch the Twitch only live, make sure you go over to Twitch. That's Ozthecryptogoat, all lowercases, no spaces, on Twitch. And if you miss something, all these videos are recorded and uploaded to YouTube. So do not miss that. So yeah, make sure you are on Twitch. Yeah, we're gonna get to 100K likes. We have a special guest today. It's gonna be incredible. I'm excited to bring this guy on and talk about it. This all just happened like 5 minutes before the live. I'm not even ready. I'm not even ready, guys. Like I still gotta pull up these articles and stuff for this guy and what he's doing. So bear with me. Keep smashing the like button while I do this. I do apologize. We're going to get into the show here. I got a couple articles I need to pull up. I got a couple little videos I need to pull up for our special guest because I just got off the phone with him 5 minutes before the live, man. And we talked about what we're going to do and everything prior to this. I met him in person. When I was out, doing interviews and things, I was able to run into this guy. And I finally got him to come on the show. And actually, I have a lineup of people coming on the show. After Vegas, we're going to be doing a lot more co-hosts. We're going to be having a lot more guests, big creators, big names, up-and-coming people that are just like puncturing through the social media ceiling and through the crypto ceiling. It's incredible, all these people I've been meeting and reaching out to. This investigative journalism side of this show has completely unlocked a whole new world. Completely unlocked a whole new world for this show. This show is about to explode, man. And be excited that you are of the first from the beginning. When I was the dude on the Nintendo Switch, baby. Now we're here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Guys, it's incredible where we're at today and the leaps and bounds we have just progressed. So make sure everybody is tapping that like button. Let's get those numbers up. These are rookie numbers. We need to bump those numbers up. Everybody double tap. Show some support. Show some recognition for our guest. Make him feel comfortable. Make him feel like he wasn't an idiot for coming into some small-ass show. help us out here, okay? Because we are a big show. It's just we've been kind of dealing with nonsense. Yeah, Jessica, since the Commodore 64, baby. I still have the old school screen. I could have easily got another screen. I decided to keep the old school Acer screen as the triple setup. One, because it's not that important. It's a loading screen. It holds random information. But it also reminds me where we came from. I get to see it every day and remember what we went through, man. We went through, they called me a clown. They called me so much. And then once it happened, they're all followers now. Then they're like, oh my God, this guy knows what he's talking about. How incredible. Poway Rock, thank you for the 26 roses. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Keep smashing that like button, guys. The likes are what we need. The gifts are what we need. We need to meet these goals. Somebody send me a money gun. I need a money gun. Let's boost this algorithm, guys. Appreciate you. I'm going to pull up some information real quick for our guest. So while that's going on, start flooding in the gifts, start flooding in the likes, send whatever you can, and don't forget, like when we're on TikTok, to show some love and appreciation, likes for our guest. And there is a possibility, I don't know if he's on TikTok or not, but if for some reason TikTok doesn't allow us to, Poway Rock with the money gun, thank you so much, man. If for some reason he can't come on to TikTok, we're gonna move to Twitch. Okay, so make sure you all are on Twitch and you don't miss out on this, because this is gonna be incredible. I don't know what is gonna happen with TikTok. It's hit and miss. Even Mega, I couldn't get him on as a co-host. I had to bring him on as a guest. TikTok is just wonky sometimes, man. I love Twitch so much better. It's just way better. And TikTok seller pinned it right there for you guys. That's Twitch, Ozthecryptogoat, all lowercases, no spaces. Make sure you guys get over there and get signed up early so you don't miss out, because we are having a Twitch exclusive end of the live show, and just a little token of understanding of what we're going to be talking about. Who was here when we talked about Katy Perry? You guys remember when I told you about Katy Perry? Who remembers that? So I was going through some of my old crew shirts and I found the shirt from that day. If you can see it, 2011, Katy Perry. This was North America tour in 2011. There it is. Validity and proof. This is my crew shirt. Look at this shirt is from 2011. It is so worn in, and I've had it for so many years, and I knew I had it somewhere. And look at that. There it is. Is that screen inverted? Does that look backwards when you see the lettering? It does, doesn't it? It's backwards. Oh well. The angels on my shirt is backwards too. Angels, baby. We love the Angels around here. I know there's a lot of Dodgers fans out in this neck of the woods here near LA, but I don't care. I don't care. I've been an Angels fan most of my life. All right. Keep smashing that like button, guys. We're almost to 10K. I got to pull up these articles, and we're going to get going and do some TA. Yankees, Dodgers, then Angels. Hell no. Angels, Dodgers, then Yankees. Come on. But I'll give it to Yankees. They had the great Bambino. That's the only reason why Yankees is up there. And by the way, the fact checker's in studio today, so we're gonna have the fact checker mic'd up. Jesse got upset about me using ChatGPT, so Jesse's gonna be on more often. She's like, "You're not using AI. If you keep using AI, then I quit." And I'm like, "All right, then you got to be on the show more often." So we got to start getting more donations to fund that. And start bringing in more revenue. And I'm hoping that we can with subscriptions, as long as we're not getting flagged or anything like that. We'll be getting our subscription money, and that will be going to pay her and donations and everything. Bro, you called 223. I do. I told you this, bro. Call me John Wick. I call the Wicks, baby. I call the Wicks. All right. I gotta set up this show because we got an amazing special guest.
With your paper, Grammarly will always be.
We got an amazing special guest. I cannot believe that this guy is actually coming on. This is gonna be incredible. Stand by. Yeah, SXT is coming down. I'm about to buy. I set a limit order pretty low. I put it at 9.5 just because I'm like, in case it goes lower, I want to hit it there. But if it goes lower and then like kind of starts kicking up, I'll buy it before it kicks up. As long as it's between 10 and 11, I'll buy it. But just in case it drops lower than my original buy-in, I want to have my my next price point to DCA that because we are in an accumulation zone with that. So I want to DCA on that. That's when you guys should be when you're in accumulating. That's when you should be DCAing. When we've already ran up like this, yeah, obviously you can, but you got to have a lot of money. I got a lot of capital, so like it works for me. All right. Let me see here. Let me get this set up. I want to make sure that we're ready for our special guest coming on. It's going to be incredible, man. I'm so excited. I'm so stoked. Whistling Diesel, man. That is crazy. Let me see. Okay, I'm not seeing. Okay, I gotta send some more stuff over to my email. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I'm so unprepared. This came so rapidly. And when big things happen, this is how it goes down. This is how it goes down. This is why you got to be ready for anything, guys. Got to be ready for anything. Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. All right, let's see here. Let's see if that went through. Okay. Got one of them. Oh, yes, I got it. Okay. I got this one. All right, we'll set that aside. Double tap, everybody. Double tap. We got a couple little things I gotta work out here. But this is going to be incredible, man. What is going on? I think the file might be too big. Keep smashing that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. TikTok seller, thank you for the 13 roses and the 4 popular votes. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, just so you know, the guest that's coming on is not Whistling Diesel. Okay. Guy that's coming on is he just worked with Whistling Diesel recently and wrote an article, and he works with social media for the U.S. Army, I believe. It's not Joe Biden. All right, let's see here. I gotta get. He's in the live right now. He's already watching. Hey, do me a favor, Jack, and see if you can go in and be a multi-guest. Let me see if I can invite you first. I don't even know what your TikTok name is. So, oh, I think I see you there. Okay, I see you already. Okay, so I'll be able to invite you. It's all good. You don't have to do anything. I got you. We're locked in. Biden is asleep. Rusty Spoke says Heartbreak XRP. No, man. I told you it was going to 223. Now it's going up. This could be the bullish breakout we've been looking for. Okay. It's in a descending channel. I would argue it's in a descending wedge. We're going to chart it out here in just a minute. But let me get prepared. You're loaded up on XRP. Yeah, I think XRP is going to do at least 257, or excuse me, 247 to 255. For sure, from where it's at now. Awaken Mermaid Healer, thank you for the heart hands. Thank you for the heart me as well. Kodak 59, thank you for the 3 roses. Appreciate you guys so much. Your support is overwhelming. Nikki, how you doing? How are you, my friend? You're amazing. We got to have you on as a guest. I want to promote your show. So reach out to me, and we'll set it up. I'm doing more guest spots now. We've got a lot of big names coming in on the live. I have a lot of people. We got so far locked in would be Crypto Rap and oh, what's her name? Oh, Brooke Odyssey. Now, there's no, it's still tentative on the dates, but we've got a few. And then there's others. We got J-Dan has agreed to come on and stuff, but we got to lock in dates on these. And I'm hoping that we can meet up with Crypto Rap in Vegas for a live. He wants to go live. He's going to be in Vegas too. I told him that he could use my equipment, so we're going to link up, and we'll see how that works out. Nikki, thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Let's do it. We need to get a lot of these hearts. We need the heart me's. Let's do some heart me's. We need 20 heart me's. Update your gift goal, friend. I just completed it for you. Yeah, I got you. Send in those heart me's, everybody. Big Baller with the heart me. Jessica with the heart me. Thank you very much. All right, let me get this last this last piece done here. Bear with me here. I'll put on. Oh shoot! I got the music's off. Everything is a disarray right now. Everything is a disarray. We were so unprepared. I just got out of the surgery center last night. I've been in bed, like recovering. I'm finally doing better and back on my feet. I should be good by tomorrow. But yeah, I haven't even been at my computer. Oh, they exceed the amount. Oh man. Let me see. Maybe I can. Well, we'll just do the one. We'll just do the one. It'll work. Both of us had surgery. The timing, I know, right? I have more coming up. I got to have multiple shoulder and back surgeries. So, but you know what? With this job, I'm probably just going to bring in a super comfy recliner to sit in, so I can still get the job done. We can still read the charts and do everything. I have a mic, a lavalier mic that I can use instead. So if I got to do away with this thing, we're gonna figure it out. If I got to bring my freaking lounge chair in here and chill out and have a wireless keyboard and mouse, you know, it's gonna get done. Okay, it's gonna get done. I am dedicated to the cause here, guys. It's gonna get done. Let's see here. We've got 2 out of 20 heart me's. We need those heart me's, baby. And remember, if you do the heart me's and then you send a goal, make sure you go back to the little heart, click on it, and claim your rewards. You get rewards and points and get to level up. And it's all free. And you can earn coins to get gifts and stuff like that to send. Seamont with the heart me, TikTok seller with 5 roses, and then another 13. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into the chart, man. So I told you the naysayers said nay, and I said, hey, 223. I said 223 is where it's going to hit. But if it drops below 222, it's cooked, right? So we hit 223 on the dot. We pumped up. It's coming back down. We're in this. I would argue that this is a descending wedge. All right. This is a wedge and it's getting to that breakout point. All right. This is, I could even see this being the candle, but I'm still kind of watching. I want to see it pop up here. I would even argue, like, let's put that up there just to be safe. Okay. I want to see it pop into this zone right here. When it pops into this, I'm going to say it's going to 247 to 255. And that's all right. That's just the top of this blue line right here. You know, that's just the top. But if it breaks from there, it's going to 280. Stop freaking on with the numbers again. What do you mean? Oh, spot freaking on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I told you, bro. Every fucking day I do this. Every day, Seamont with the 25 roses and the let them cook. I'm doing this every day. Nobody else is calling these numbers like this. You know? We called 163 this day. This was January 30th. I said we're going to drop and we're going to continue to drop until we hit 163 and then we will go into an uptrend. And we did. And we got all the way to 265 and I called that too. And then now we're coming back down, a little healthy correction. And this is a bullish pattern. You're the only one that calls prices daily. Dude, I have a gift. The Chartgician. I know, man. Nobody else. Every single day, guys. Every single day. That's why you want to be subscribed, so you can be locked in on these daily price point videos. Become a deluxe subscriber, and I guarantee you your subscription will pay for itself. I was in when you called it to the cent. You also called it to the top at 163.2. Yep. After once we called the bottom, we called the top. We call the bottom, we call the top every freaking day. And sometimes it's months apart. You know, I will call it every day, but then I will give you that month-long projection as well. And so, like, because some of you are longer holders, some of you are daily traders. Everyone is different. As soon as I see something, you're going to get that information because you are subscribed to the channel. And let me tell you, we have 82 subscribers. And of those 82, 79 of you have resubscribed for 3 to 4 months in a row and continue to resubscribe because you see what is going on. What's it drives the price up? You mean what is driving the price up? I wouldn't even say anything. Speculation. The closed door meeting on Friday. Is today Friday? Or today's Wednesday. Closed door meeting with the SEC and Ripple on Friday. That's what's driving the price up. And let me tell you, and the Bitcoin event, yes, that's true. Let me tell you though, if good news comes out after the SEC closed door meeting or a nothing burger, it's going to pump. As long as it's not bad news. Okay? Bad news is the only thing. If what we get from this is that, they're not going to be able to drop the case or it's done, something like that, then we're screwed. But I don't see that happening. This is all going to happen. It just takes time. So as long as we get a nothing burger or good news or speculative news, we're going to grow. Awaken Mermaid Healer, thank you for the subscription. Jesse, if you're watching the show, can you do me a favor? Go on to Twitch. Take my card, the one I gave you. That's the business card. And go on to Twitch and send a subscription tier 1 to Awaken Mermaid on Twitch. She's one of our followers. I owe her that. I've been meaning to do that forever, and we are doing a Twitch live at the end of this, so I want to make sure that she's locked in for her Twitch subscription. And she's one of our moderators as well on Twitch. So let's get her locked in on that. Nikki, I apologize for taking so long to do that. My hands have been full. I am so sorry. But Jesse is now working more full time on the show. So I have a little more help now. Pocahontas was using the auto pen to sign against crypto. Is that true? I didn't hear that. Pocahontas, are you referring to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Oz, you have so much on your plate. I know. It is crazy. Oh, Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas, because she lied about being Native American, so she's Pocahontas. Oh my God, that's hilarious. TikTok seller with the big shout out. Nikki just leveled up to what is that? What is that level? Leveled up Sparks. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. LOL, I read the article about Warren. There's no basis, just Trump lies. Okay, Jesse is our fact checker, but I read that too. However, it was confirmed that she's like it's like 100,000th Native American. So she does have a split fragment somewhere along the lineage. But this was from I guess she did like one of those like 23andMe's or something like that. Whatever those things are. So yes, she technically has some, and this is the truth about this, but she's not Native American, not even enough to claim. Big Baller says I'm part black too. I would have guessed that by your name. Know about the auto pen? What do you mean? Here, let me put you on mic and you can speak. So get your mic ready and I'll turn your mic on. All right, you're hot.
Okay, the conversation that he's talking about is the auto pen, where you sign off things during the Biden administration. So it went out that this was happening and that she had access to signing off things with that auto pen, which Biden would have to sign things off. And there's no proof behind it. They're accusing a lot of people of having it. But from what I read, it's just a distraction. People don't like her. She's an easy target.
Right. And that's just bifurcation from politics. I don't think it really is anything with much validity. I think people read into too much. Did you buy? Why not? You know what? It's in consolidation right now. If you know anything about me, like SXT, okay, I do not buy the hype. I wait for it to bottom out, and then I'll enter into it. But yes, I'm gonna get into why not. I'm gonna throw at least a couple bands at it. Nikki, thank you for sending a deluxe subscription to user 91. Thank you so much. 83 subscribers. Appreciate you. And user 91, that is a deluxe subscription. So make sure you take full advantage of that. And remember, if you are a deluxe subscriber or a regular subscriber, for this next month, I am offering the email alert system for free. So you can try it for 1 month, okay? Try it for 1 month, and you can then see how you like it. And if you want to, you can renew that subscription. But let me tell you, time is money, and TikTok does not always alert you when things are happening. And when I'm posting those videos, sometimes they're coming out at 3 in the morning. And when you have it to your email, you can customize your email alerts to even alert you like in the middle of the night while you're sleeping and get a chime so that you can wake up and make some things happen, because a lot of this stuff happens at like 3 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, midnight, things like that. So this way you're always locked in, because time is money. So I'm offering that service for free. All you got to do is be a subscriber and send me a direct message with your email. And I'm offering that to basic subscribers as well. So that way you can try it. But if you want to renew the subscription, you got to become a deluxe subscriber. Okay? That's the only catch. And that's mainly because we have to be able to message and communicate what's going on with this stuff. Save me money this morning. Thanks. No problem. Will ZBCN be on Coinbase in 2 weeks? True or false? Jesse, can you do a fact check on ZBCN if it'll be on Coinbase? I did hear that rumor, but it's not confirmed. And your mic is hot, so whenever you're ready. Do you know if Tons has to be on a specific wallet? If Ton, that would be another one for Jesse. So after you hit ZBCN, if you could address CMONT's question for him. So let's get into some TA.
Okay, for ZBCN, there's nothing official, and it's not tradable anytime soon, so they aren't giving an exact date. And I'll look up the other one. What's the other one?
The other one is if ton has to be on a specific wallet. So the ticker is TON. Let me tell you something about ZBEC, okay, guys? A lot of people got scammed with that one. I'm not going to say who, but one of our followers got scammed on it. And the fees to trade and get off there, because there's no liquidity. A lot of people they're getting in and FOMOing in on it. And the reason the price was skyrocketing is because there's no liquidity to exit. So that's why everybody's saying, oh, well, it's going to go to Coinbase and this and that. It may be a scam coin. So be careful. Nice little Ethereum pump. Yeah, everything is going to get a little bit of a pump here. I would imagine after the Bitcoin or through the Bitcoin conference, everything's going to pump. ZBCN could possibly be a scam, or maybe not necessarily a scam, but some of the exchanges don't have the liquidity. So you could make $1 million, but the liquidity is not there to take it out. That's why it's been going up like crazy. I do like the utility behind ZBCN.
Just to be clear, there's no specific wallet for ton.
There's no specific wallet for ton. There you go. From the Jesse's mouth. Thank you, Jesse. I'm going to turn your mic off now, unless you have anything more you'd like to add.
No.
All right. Thank you very much. And everybody give some love and appreciation. Send some gifts, send some likes for Jessie. She works really hard here. We have her on full time now. So we've got to earn extra revenue to support having her on the show. I have it, Arculus, and I can't send it to an exchange. All right, Simont, message me directly, and we'll talk about it. How's NVIDIA? That's a good question. How is NVIDIA? The mic'd up is super good. Yeah, we love Jessie here. She puts in a lot of work. So show her some support, show her some gratitude. Let me see. TradingView is kind of tricky with some of these stocks, man. I've just been in dealing with the hospital and stuff. I'll tell you this right now. NVIDIA is going to go up. Where is it at? You have a lot of new followers. Yeah, we've got a lot of new people. We've got a lot of new talent coming on for the show as well. NVIDIA Corporation. This has to Python. See, these are all on crypto exchanges. These aren't the. I need to get Forex. Okay, bear with me. Let me get Forex up here. You know what? I got to get this all downloaded. So any of the stocks and stuff, we're just going to have to. Oh, wait, here it is. There it is. It still looks weird. The full chart. I don't know why it looks like that, but it's looking good. NVIDIA is looking good. This is a descending, broadening wedge, which is bullish. So NVIDIA is about to pump. NVIDIA is about to bump. You heard it here first. Shark with the heart me, Simont with the 5 finger hearts, TikTok seller with the 16 roses. Neo with the heart. Thank you. The heart me. Thank you very much. Let's get those heart me's flowing in, guys. Oh, yeah, they had great. NVIDIA is going to be huge. It's part of the Golden Dome. Guinea Marie, thank you for the heart me. It's part of AI. It's all going to be part of all this tech AI stuff is going to be the future. It's going to be huge, man. Lockheed Martin, baby. We got some more Lockheed Martin news. NYC, thank you for the heart me. We've got more Lockheed Martin news. I'm going to wait until our guest comes on. He should be on in about 30 minutes or so. After he comes on, we're going to get into some of the military stuff. And remember, guys, okay, so on Monday, we took donations for the Save a Warrior Foundation, okay? And we didn't really earn anything. We received one, and thank you, Avi, for your donation. But I decided that we're going to leave that open till the end of the month. Because I have a feeling crypto's going to pump. You're all going to make some money. And that way we can still give to our servicemen and women. So we are going to extend those donations. 50% of any donations sent to the PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App will go to the Save a Warrior Foundation. And next month, we will be doing the Tim Ballard Foundation. And that is part of what we're going to be talking about on the Twitch only exclusive. Yes, so it'll be on Twitch. Unless you already know the Cash App or Venmo, you're going to have to come over to Twitch to get that because we cannot give that to you here on TikTok. Neo, thank you for the 10 popular votes. Simon, thank you for the 3 awesomes. And don't forget, if you sent a Heart Me and then you sent gifts, go back up to the Heart Me and claim your rewards. They're free, and you can level up as in the Heart Me levels. So that way you get coins that you can gift back so that you're not paying for it. So you get some of that back, and it helps the show exponentially. So make sure you guys are doing that and leveling up. There's little things that you can do. When you are in the Heart Me's and you're chatting and you're sending things in the chat, then you can earn points for that as well. Henry, out here, Oz. Oh, with the spades. You're in Vegas already? I'm not in Vegas yet, man. I had to do surgery. So I'm healing up a little bit. But I will be in Vegas in like a day. I'll probably get out there at the same time as Crypto Rap. Neo with the don't tread on me killdozer flag. Don't make me do unreasonable things. That's what that flag says right there. It's the Gadsden flag with the killdozer on it, and it says, don't make me do unreasonable things, baby. I love that flag. I saw that, and I was like, that has to be on the show. Awakened Mermaid says, claim your points, show the FYP. He's popular, and his show is engaging. Exactly. Thank you very much. And everybody put in the chat, hashtag FYP right now. Everybody hashtag FYP into the chat. Let's blow up the chat. Everybody do it. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's blow the show up. We've got a special guest today, and I didn't have time to hype the show for it. So we got to get everybody in here and let everybody know what's going on. Henry says, I seen your photo. Yeah, man. But I'm better. Look, I'm in the chair. I had to take yesterday off. I was sore and I couldn't move yesterday at all. I was going to do the live. I was like, no, when I get home, I'm going to do the live. I'm going to do the live. And my wife, she's just like, no, ain't happening. Get in bed. And I was like, all right. And so I've been in bed. And I literally just stumbled out of bed right before the live and came and sat down. And that's why I'm a little ill prepared. I do apologize. But I'm doing a lot better. Claim your points, show your FYP. He's popular and his show is engaging. Thank you. Neo loading up on the XRP chips. Why is crypto all down? It's just price correction from the big pump we had. That's all you're seeing. People are in Vegas and they're taking profits to go party, and it's going to pump after or during. Look at all the FYPs in the page. Awesome. TikTok seller with the what is that one? The Porsche. When will Ethereum finally go to 4K? It might not. It might not. That is a hard truth that we all need to understand. There is a big possibility that because of the spread of liquidity and the lackluster of Ethereum, that it may no longer be gauged as Ethereum dominance. It may be gauged in a whole new way from now on. It could be engaged in as, what do you call it? Ethereum looks or no, wait a minute. This could be yeah, okay, so Ethereum looks bullish. Look, we have an ascending triangle. This is bullish, guys. All right? Ethereum's about to pump. We'll get into Zepic just a minute. But one thing you need to know is Ethereum flat out said that they don't have the technology or infrastructure to operate on a global scale. And there's not enough electricity in the world to power Ethereum on a global scale. I think Ethereum will play a role, but it's going to be part of the decentralized blockchain. There's going to be multiple blockchains. There's going to be multiple things. And I think people are going to start to realize that Ethereum will play a role, but I don't think it's going to come down to Ethereum dominance in the future. I think it's going to be more like they'll probably go from altcoins to utility coin season. So I think things are going to change. Are we in capitulation? No, I would say that we are in the return to normal. Based off of XRP, I would say we're in the return to normal. Let's see here. ZBCN to $1 ain't happening. Ain't happening. Maybe 1 cent. Maybe. And that's just because people can't pull out their liquidity. Miss the old moon cheese nights. Yeah, man. Good old moon cheese. Hey, there's still moon cheese. Look at, I got some moon cheese in the background. How do you guys like our moon guy? I still have one more stage light coming in that's going to light this up more properly because it's being lit with the wash light right now. So we have a wash light down here, but it changes the color of that. So there's going to be a second par can up on the top with some barn doors to perfectly light this picture up here so that way we can change our colors to whatever we want. So that's why I got the white on back there, just for looks. Jesse says Ethereum is a bubble right now. Would you like to come on and talk about that? Jesse is our fact checker. She's in the chat right now. Everybody show her some love. Post the For You page. Let's see. Did I shout these out already? Neo with the 10 popular votes and Simont with the 3 awes. Thank you very much. A picture of space and time. Exactly. I was actually going to put a clock in the middle of where the Earth is at and make it a clock up there. So it is space and time. Henry says, Jesse, I'm going to turn your mic on now. Say hi to your fans, Jesse. Kodak 59
You're
says
asking
hi.
about Ethereum?
Yeah. Your fans say hi to you.
Oh, hi, everybody. Hi.
So, yeah, what's up with Ethereum?
Okay, so the reason I said that Ethereum is a bubble
Yeah.
is because they've already blatantly said that they can't even handle pretty much anything that comes their direction, and it really is a dead technology at this point, and now people, because you had people in the White House talking about it, not saying they were going to invest in it, just throwing, like, they threw out XRP and Ethereum and Solana and all these other ones, but there's no place for it. And eventually this bubble will pop and people will just stop using it altogether.
I think that will come once there's real world use case implemented. But as for now, the moon cheese is in full effect, and Ethereum does look bullish. And I would argue.
Oh, I'm making money off of it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I would argue that the next point of resistance is at 3,000 for Ethereum. But yeah, gas fees is a big problem. But there's money to be made. I think everything right now, it's a unicycle. Everything's pumping in unison. And you're going to see everything go when it goes. But this is not the year of mass adoption. That is what I'm trying to explain to a lot of people, that this is just business as usual. And that's why I think that we will have another bull run sooner than the next 4 years. Was there anything more you wanted to add, Jesse?
What I'm saying about Ethereum is it's not a coin that you long-term hold, because it's going to backfire. You're just going to show up and there's going to be nothing in your wallet. So you need to take the profits now during the rest of the year before regulation and all that take effect.
Agreed. Diversification. You know, Kodak says, I'm going to turn your mic off now unless you got more to say.
I'm good.
All right. Everybody show some love for Jessie. We love her here, and we thank her for all that she does. She's a wonderful employee for the show, and we appreciate her very much. So thank you very much, Jessica. All right. Kodak says, Ethereum uses gas. I just pay for Wi-Fi. Exactly. Bantic had to take a page out of Cardano's staking blueprint book. Yeah, I know. And I think staking isn't even going to help Ethereum, you know. I think they need to redesign their technology and come up with something new, which is put them way behind. So it looks like our guest is ready to come on. So, Jesse, be ready and standing by. Everyone says, thank you, Jess. We're going to bring on our guest right now. So, let's allow him and send him an invite right now. All right, buddy, your invite is sent. So let's give a special welcome to, God, I don't want to pronounce this wrong, Jack Adamic, Jack Adamic, public affairs specialist, served for 17 years in the California National Guard, and has continued his career in public affairs. So now he works in the private sector, and he runs basically social media for the U.S. military. And he just got done working on a project with Whistling Dixie. And so while we're waiting for him to come up, let's take a look at what he did here while we're waiting for him to come on here. So this is the footage from Whistling Dixie's show.
In like 5 minutes. I'm gonna be shooting a literal Abrams tank in like 5 minutes. Diamond is probably never gonna see me. Yeah! I'm like shaking. I'm a little bit nervous actually. Whistling Diesel. Today, the United States Army is letting us do whatever we want with all of their weapons.
No, absolutely not.
What? They're letting us have fun with this Abrams, which is amazing. This tank has Bluetooth,
No,
massaging seats,
doesn't have that.
one articulating main battle turret.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be shooting this 10-carat diamond with a depleted uranium nuclear round to see if it breaks. It is real. I have his Geological Institute certificate. It's ideal and excellent.
How much did that cost?
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every week.
All right.
I'm getting back on.
So that's a little intro. You can go check that out on YouTube. That's Whistling Dixies. Let's go ahead and read his article. This is written by our special guest. This is Jack J. Adamic. This was written May 28th, 2025. Whistling Diesel trades truck wrecks for tank rounds at Fort Irwin, NTC. Fort Irwin, California, popular automotive YouTuber Whistling Diesel brought high-octane energy to Fort Irwin, California during a 3-day visit from January 10th through the 12th, 2025. Known for his viral vehicle destruction videos, Whistling Diesel traded in wrecked trucks for military hardware, connecting with soldiers, testing out the M1A1 Abrams main battle tank, and sharing field rations in true Army fashion. There's a picture of him right there. The visit kicked off with a meet and greet event, the Shockwave Lounge, where soldiers and fans gathered to meet the YouTube star in person. The energy in the room was electric as service members exchanged stories and laughter with the internet personality. Excuse me. I'm here in Fort Irwin having some fun to showcase what Fort Irwin soldiers and Army civilians do every day, said Cody Detweiler, better known as Whistling Diesel, who was there to meet soldiers and Army civilians at the event. Everyone I've met is amazing, really cool people, down to earth. There's a really big scene of family and community, super cool to have me tag along, see how they do things, and have a little bit of fun. On January 11th, the adrenaline dialed up as Whistling Diesel climbed into the commander's hatch of an M1A1 Abrams tank under the guidance of the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment Expert Armor Crew. He experienced firsthand what it's like to fire a tank's massive 120 millimeter main gun. The ground rumbled as the round left the barrel, a moment that left a lasting impression on both the influencer and soldiers in attendance. The Army has helped me to be all I can be today by having infinite power at my fingertips. Whatever I point at, I can erase responsibly, he said. After the experience, the Army has also given me the mental power, family, and community to be more positive, to be more disciplined. The visit wrapped up with a dining experience unlike any other. MREs, meals ready to eat, shared with soldiers from across the installation, sitting around and swapping stories. Whistling Diesel got a true taste of Army life, one pouch at a time. Everyone is super cool, super hospitable, said Detweiler. Everyone has a story. They've been here for different amounts of time, have been all over the world, or have been, all over the world, and are very skilled people. Let's take a look at the picture here. Yeah, that's them out at Fort Irwin. That's pretty cool. Whistling Diesel's visit provided a unique morale boost for Fort Irwin soldiers, blending entertainment with his hands-on appreciation for military life. His ability to connect with service members through shared experiences, whether over a tank round or an MRE, left an impact beyond just viral content. I'd love to come back out here and work with the Army again, Detweiler said. As he departed Fort Irwin, Whistling Diesel left with memories of a lifetime and perhaps an increased level of respect for the men and women behind the machines that defend the nation. Although he already loves his country and those who serve it. Click here to see the video of Whistling Diesel firing. Let's check it out.
4
think we
years of
just
school,
saw this one.
forget it. At Universal Technical Institute.
So, let me see. He said he was ready to come on. Let me see where he's at here. Okay, let me tell. He's trying to come on. Let me see here if I can send him an invite. I sent him one already, but I don't know if it came up. There it is. I'm going to send you an invite right now, buddy. It's sent. Is it all the Sears taken 99? Yeah. Make sure you all send him a like and a follow, subscribe, and show him some support. Hopefully you got that link, buddy. And in the meantime, let's keep hitting that like button and sending those subscriptions, sending those gifts. Thank you all for your appreciation and support here. Jack, are you there? Hopefully the invite popped up for you. Bear with me, guys. He's messaging me right now. We're going to figure this out. In the meantime, keep hitting the like button. No invite. It says there's an error when I tap guest. Interesting. Let me try adding you as a co-host. No. Maybe... You're listed on here. I'm going to send you another invite right now. See if it comes up. TikTok's so annoying. I know, right? Jesse, would you like to come on and... I don't know if I can refresh, but I'm going to have you come on and do a little filler if you could. So I'm going to turn your mic on. The live is yours. Everyone say hi to Jesse.
Filler? Like you
Yep, you're on the spot.
want me to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody have questions while he is busy? I can see it in the chat.
So this is an opportunity for y'all to ask Jesse any questions you might have. Kodak says, hi, Jesse. Let me see.
Okay, I have a question for you guys then because I can read the chat. If you had to put all of your money on
I'm going to call the
any
IT guy
crypto
in.
future that you think is going to serve a future, which one would it be? Like, honestly, which one is telling you in your heart, like, this is the one? Algo, really?
Oh, yeah. Algo's the future, baby. Hey, I need some IT support.
Fartcoin? Perfect.
Thank you. Dang, so we just got everybody on the show today. We've got the IT guy, and we've got Jesse on. What can you tell us about Algo, Jesse?
H bar, I had hope in too. All right, let me do some research. Give me a second.
I'm glad we have a full staff today. Quant, huh? Yeah, Quant is a good one. Ondo, H-bar. Those are all big ones. Link. And SXT is linked to Link. Any predictions on IVL coin?
Oh, Algo is a really good one. A cryptocurrency and blockchain platform that aims to be fast, secure,
So this is our
scalable
guest.
solution for various applications. Pure proof of stake. Highly scalable, fast transactions. Yeah, that might actually cover all the bases for a blockchain. Yeah, I believe XRP is just messing with us. XRP has a tendency of manipulating the news to get it to pump or get it to drop when they need it to. Because they drop so many coins every single month into the market, it's fluctuating the price, but they want to keep it at $2. Chainlink is supposed to be important too. I've seen that.
What utility does Chainlink have? I know that it's connected with SXT.
1 minute.
What?
I actually own it. Give me a
Yeah.
second.
What connection does Link and SXT have? Because SXT is going to be massive.
They're both positioned for potential growth and adoption within the blockchain and Web3 landscape. Decentralized Oracle network plays a crucial role in connecting smart contracts with real-world data and off-chain computation.
Right. And that's part of what SXT does, partnered with Link.
Yeah, they seem to need each other.
Can we do a multi-guest on Twitch? Can I have a guest on Twitch?
Well, no, I guess you can just co-stream.
ZRO.
But he also has to be eligible to do it.
Oh, he's got to be eligible.
At least affiliate.
Okay. Shoot. Okay. So we're having an issue with TikTok. So here's what I'm going to do. Jack, hopefully you're listening. I'm going to give Jack a call. And we're going to put him into the mic. Hey Jack, are you there?
Hey there, Oz. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So I'm just going to have you talk through the phone if you don't mind.
No, not at all. It'd be like an old school radio call.
Yeah, exactly. Chat, can you guys hear Jack?
Thumbs up in the chat.
Thumbs up if you can hear Jack. All right. We've got Jack on. Hey, man, thank you for coming on. Welcome to NPR.
Thanks so much, Oz. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I was really excited when I ran into you the other day when I was out and about doing what we do. And, we had talked about your background and different things. So if you could, just introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Yeah, of course. Well, hi, everyone. My name is Jack Adamick. I am a public affairs specialist for the U.S. Army. I did serve in the U.S. Army myself in the California Army National Guard for 17 years, where I did public affairs from the company level all the way up to the division level, or in layman's terms, I worked for a group of about 300 folks, all the way up to a group of closer to around 3,000 on up, as far as troop count goes.
Interesting. And so what is it you're... Can you explain a little more detail what it is you're doing now? And
yeah, it's a great question. Public affairs is so ambiguous. Especially if you're not familiar with the term. Essentially, it's my job to gather the information that the command wants to put out to their local public, meaning like their soldiers, folks that are interested within their ranks, and then to also help tell the Army story of what their unit is currently doing, and amplify that messaging to the outside public. And that would be, people such as yourselves. It could be other folks who we just want to communicate with. Maybe it might be like a smaller demographic. Maybe it's just local people, say in San Francisco, California, for instance.
Interesting.
And we do this through multiple means, whether it's articles like the one that you read earlier. We do videos, photography, graphics across the shop. And yeah, we do everything we can to help tell the Army story and be transparent to the public and answer all your guys' questions.
That's awesome, man. I love it. It's really cool, man. And we got a chance to sit down and talk to each other and get to know each other a little bit. And I'd even consider you a friend, after meeting you and everything. And I'm sure that relationship's going to grow over time. And it's great meeting you. What I'd like to know is, oh shoot, I had a question for you. I just lost it. We had gotten into talking about crypto, man. And that's kind of what segued us into what you do and how you run social media and or whatever that is that I don't know the exact words, but for the military and stuff. And so we're basically a crypto news show. So we do the news and we also do crypto as well. And my question for you is, let's dive into crypto a little bit. What are some projects you think are promising, and what are you kind of bullish on? What are you a little bearish on? Where are you standing right now in the market?
Honestly, I'm a huge fan, as I had mentioned, of the ISO 222 tokens. I've really been a fan of their capability on utility. So I'm very bullish on all of those. XRP, being probably at the highest one of that list. Another favorite of mine, I just forgot the name of it. But I do like Algo. XLM is another fan or favorite of mine, if you will. Hedera, that's what I was going to mention. HBAR is actually the one that I really had went for. Talked to some friends, did a lot of searches through AI just to try to help me understand which one would have the highest profitability rate. And that's the one that I found. I could be wrong. You're the expert here, by all means. But yeah, that was HBAR was my favorite for a while.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, those are all good projects for sure. I firmly believe that this is going to be more of a ecosystem, a more decentralized network of all this stuff. I think too many people are bifurcated in crypto, and everybody wants to be this maxi on whatever, and they're like these different groups that are only this or only that, and they think there's going to be this one all end all be all cryptocurrency, and I really just don't see that as the future. I think all of these certain coins will play utility. Even meme coins will serve as, you know, collectibles or store of value, you know. So I think it's more of an ecosystem, and I see it as more or less that it's like, you know, throw the spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks.
Absolutely. And you know, it's funny that you mentioned it being an ecosystem rather than, hey, that this one is going to be the prominent one and this one's going to be, you know, nothing. I sold an off-roading vehicle several years back for $30,000 cash, and the buyer was originally offering to buy in crypto. And unfortunately, at that time, I had just gotten through my own difficulties with mining and with NFTs. And so I was like, I should hold off on that right now. Let me not take crypto. And I really wish that I had jumped on it. Because
I know, right?
now that would be an enormous savings.
Enormous, man.
Absolutely.
What year was that?
That was 2023.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I've had other opportunities where, you know, I've actually paid employees and services using all kinds of cryptos. People in Nigeria and India, across the globe, because they don't have access to PayPal or things like that. So, I mean, the payment utility alone is just massive.
Agreed. Yeah, I used to own a business restoring classic and exotic vehicles, and I offered a 30% discount to anyone that paid in crypto. And that's
smart.
Yeah, and I did quite well doing that, because pretty much anything that hits my crypto account, it never leaves it. It only moves into stable coins or goes back into other crypto projects.
Right, you can't have paper hands, as they say.
Yeah. And lately I have been pulling a lot of profits to fund this show. As you can see, I've got a massive staff here. We have 3 journalists. We have a far right journalist, a far left, and a centrist. We have a fact checker and IT support, and we also have legal support as well. So it's a little pricey, but it's coming together. I see potential that if we keep going the way we're going, we're going to continue to grow here. So I'm not too worried about it. It's an investment for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's funny you mention having a far right, far left, and a centrist. I know we discussed this when we saw each other. How unique that is for anyone to have on staff. Usually a business or entity will side and with their own personal values, and they'll stay right there. Very rarely will you see somebody hold facts above all else and keep facts as sacred as you all do.
Yeah, and that's the main thing, is we're all truth seekers, and we're trying to normalize the idea that you don't have to hate someone because they think differently than you. That's the main goal we're trying to do here.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because we're all in the same boat when it comes to finances, you know?
I don't know. My wall's pretty light these days. I don't know what everyone else is doing. But I'm hoping it gets a little bit heavier with some more coins.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, with the way the market's going, everyone's just so optimistic. It's got me a little worried. I'm very milquetoast centerline fence riding goat over here, and I'm a little worried and a little skeptical, because of all of the FUD that's been coming out through social media. And now what I'm noticing is when we were in January to February, when we got news of the tariffs, we dropped by from $3.40. Let me pull it up here. We were at $3.40 down to $3.15. We dropped from there all the way down to $2.27, and then down, and it actually dropped even lower. It dropped down to $1.78. And then Trump came out with his news that he was going to create the crypto strategic reserve the day before tariffs went into effect again, driving the price up to around $3, and then it fell all the way back down to $2.30. And I'm noticing that the news is not swinging the market like it used to. The last big candle we had from anything was this green candle from Brad Garlinghouse's announcement that the case was over, even though that was a lie. And that's when we retraced all the way to that 163 point that I had been calling since January 30th. We had this pump here, but this was all based off of the moon cycle, this move up right here. So what I'm noticing is, we got this red candle here. We went from 248 all the way down to 228. So a 20-cent drop from tariffs. I am firmly believing that people are desensitized right now, and they don't care. They're just looking to get the price back up. And part of that worries me, because is that social media that's doing that to them? And is that a trap that whales are using against them with psychology? Or is it real? What's your take on that? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of misinformation being handled where people are kind of hoping for the best and they don't really know a lot themselves. And honestly, they should subscribe to your channel, give you a follow so they can be more in the know. And so they're just telling people, hey, look, I made $10 this week. You should drop in all your money into this. It's well worth it. You have other people, I heard of you mention earlier, where people are, they can't get out of certain coins. So like, hey, just dump your money in and we all become wealthy. And,
Right.
It doesn't exactly work that way. So I think that those are issues: misinformation, disinformation. And then, I just think that a lot of people, they're, they become overhyped. And at the same time, I think there's people that don't understand just how amazing crypto is and how much of a benefit it is for the world.
I agree. I think that this is the future of everything financially. But at the same time, with a major global economic financial shift, history has shown time and time again that creates a space for a shift in power. The United States has been the powerhouse of the world for since World War I, and even before that. I even argue since in the early years of the founding of the nation, the U.S. has always been kind of number one. And I feel like because of all this change, that there is a possibility that power is starting to shift into the wrong hands. How do you feel about that?
I disagree, actually. And none of this is my, in my official capacity for what I do for the Army. This is just me speaking just as a person. So I spoke with a couple of friends, and they reached out to their counterparts in different branches of the military. And from what they gathered, and I haven't verified the sources, maybe that'd be like a really, I don't know if you're able to do that, maybe I can give you a hand with that as well.
I'd love that.
But through their sources, they found that there's been interest and work being done by, I believe it was the U.S. Air Force and or the U.S. Space Force in cryptocurrency. And of course, a lot of people already know, like how you and I were talking about, that the NSA former employees were the ones who were heavily involved in creating some of the first crypto coins, whether it be Bitcoin, XRP, Ripple, so on and so forth. And even to this day, there's still a lot of beliefs that NSA former employees are still involved even to this day. On the West Coast in Maryland, there's actually a cryptology museum. That's not, a cryptocurrency museum, but it goes in line with, into cryptocurrency from cryptology.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment for sure. I actually just recently heard a man speak. I'm not going to say when or where because I don't want to give out my location here, but he spoke and he works for the intelligence with the U.S. military. I want to say Air Force, possibly, maybe, but I know he's works with intelligence. And in his speech, one of the last things that he had mentioned, and one of the things that that they are doing and working towards, is cryptocurrency, and that was a big thing that he had mentioned. And it's funny because as soon as that happened, the whole stadium turned and looked at me. That is definitely something I think that the U.S. military has prioritized. Donald Trump has prioritized as number one. This is the new space race. It's the crypto race, the new financial transition race. At the same time, the reason why I am worried about our country possibly falling behind is I believe that the world doesn't want to use these tokens like XRP, for instance, as currency. They want to move towards stable coins and RWA's real world asset tokenization. And I think that is like, if you're looking to buy into a token that you think is going to grow over time, that's like investing into an asset digitally. So like with Algo, for instance, you can invest into solar panels. So if you want to buy, if you want to own a portion of solar panels, but you live somewhere where you can't have solar panels, say an apartment, you can still get the that kickback from the energy company for owning into it. Or like if you I have classic cars. If I could tokenize a classic car, someone could own a portion of that, and as those types of things gain value over time, that's how those tokens gain value over time, because they're backed by something. Right now, all of the tokens are backed by fiat currency, and I think that is why they're moving to CBDCs, because they want these tokens to be stabilized, but also backed by gold, silver, copper, whatever it may be, and not fiat currency, because they obviously know that the fiat currency is part of the problem. So my issue is, if that's the case, and that's what we're moving toward, Donald Trump has signed the bill that says no CBDCs in the United States. Obviously, that's an executive order. It only lasts for about a year, and then it's gone. So that's not an actual law or anything put into effect, but it's unconstitutional edict is what it is. But that's where we're at now as the United States. However, if you look at China, and this has been an issue that's happened with our production and everything economically with us, is China has no red tape. The Chinese Communist Party owns the country. They own the land. They own the building. They own everything, and they don't have the checks and balances like our country does. That's why they've been able to grow as massively as they have over the last 20, 30 years. And because of that, they don't have the red tape and roadblocks that the United States does. Every 4 years, we have a changeover in policy, and we could in 4 years from now get another Joe Biden that shuts down crypto and shuts down all these things. And it is, in my opinion, holding us back in that direction. So my question is, what are your thoughts on that, and is that a concern that you have?
It is not a concern of mine. I think that checks and balances should be in every part of life. It's the American way of life. It's what I've grown up, and I'm very happy to support that. As far as China goes, they actually do have quite a large GDP, as I'm sure you're aware of, and you may be alluding to. One of the reasons why it is so high is they have a lot of projects that they create. I don't know if you've ever heard of like the Bridges to Nowhere, but those are very real projects that they create and complete. So they will create, undergo massive, whether it be railway stations or bridges or cities, and then they're just left to abandonment. And so what it does is it shows that their GDP is super high because they're creating all these jobs, they're spending all this money, but that was all for the short-term run. Now, long-term is kind of kicking in, and people are starting to see, hey, there's these cities that are showing up on TikTok and YouTube and other spots on social media, and they're like, hey, there's these cities that were built by China, and there's nobody living in them. There's all of these facts that are now being disproven,
Right. They lie.
regarding China and what they're doing.
Yeah, they'll count a canoe as a ship in their military fleet.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, any day of the week.
Yeah, so I get that too. And my, I have a bit of concern, and I want to, look into these things, and I listen to everything but believe nothing. I'm here to sort the facts out, and people have to decide for themselves where they lie. But I know I sound like a pessimist all the time, but I do align with you on that I do think the United States is front running all of crypto now, but I think we're a little late to the punch, and we need to catch up because Dubai, Japan, Brazil, where else? A whole bunch of different countries have already adopted a lot of this crypto infrastructure, and they're mostly leaning towards CBDCs.
Right.
So I have a bit of a reserve on whether or not we're going to win this one. But if you know about the moon landing, we'll always find a way to fake it. Fake it till you make it.
Right.
Right. So I do have trust in the U.S. military. We love the military here. Big supporter of the military. 50% of all donations sent to the Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal will be donated to the Save a Warrior Fund, and we're extending that till the end of the month. We gave to that last month. We raised $75. I'm hoping to surpass that by extending it. But we appreciate our military servicemen and women. Thank you for your service, and thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate having you, and I definitely love to have you back on.
That's just my daughter. But yeah, thank you, Oz, for having me, and thank you everyone for listening.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. We'll meet up. Hopefully I can see you in Vegas.
That'd be awesome. Definitely.
All right. Take care, buddy.
Wow.
All right. Cool guy, man. Super awesome. Don't forget, we will be having a meet and greet in Vegas June 2nd. We'll be doing a special live at Caesar's Palace. And then from there, we're going to go out and hang out and have a night on the town together in Vegas. I just had my birthday. So we're going to go up and we're going to celebrate and have a good time and enjoy. There's a lot of creators out in Vegas right now for the Bitcoin conference, the convention over there. So we're going to be meeting up with whoever we see. And I've actually been messaging and reaching out to a lot of creators and trying to put together a nice little event for us. We'll see how it turns out. If not, I mean, we're gonna have some brews and play some games. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fun. So come on out June 2nd at Caesar's Palace. We'll be meeting at the Fountain in the mall at Caesar's Palace, and we'll have a good time there, man. So don't miss out. Is Marvin Heimer Dozer ready? I don't think it's ready yet. Let's ask Jesse. Jesse, I'm gonna bring your mic up, and can you look into the Marvin Heimer Dozer? That's Neo 2.0's message. I'm turning your mic on now. Yes, Zebic might be a scam. So, Jesse, I got your mic on. Whenever you get that information, we'll answer Neo's question. Yes, Zebic might be a scam because there's been some issues with people pulling out their money because of liquidity, high fees. I've had several of my people that have the coaching that they take, and they reached out to me and they're like, man, I should have reached out to you and asked you about this first. They're like, I lost a ton of money. I bought the top. I tried to get out. It cost me $500 in gas fees just to pull out some money. And just a lot of nightmare stories coming from Zebic. So this is why when new coins start, just like why not? We're going to be, that's Crypto Raps coin. He's just another creator like me, like making a coin. I want to support him in what he's doing, so we're going to throw a little bit of money at his coin. He's going to come on and one of these lives, and we're going to talk about it. Yeah, Zebic may be a rug. It may be. I'm not sure. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till it's on a legitimate exchange that has liquidity.
Oz.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You know what dozer he's talking about, right?
Isn't he talking?
You said you wanted one? The one that demolished a city?
Yeah, the Killdozer. Oh, is that what he was asking if mine was ready?
Yeah, well, that's the guy's name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it was ready.
Yeah, I know you told me, Big Baller, you own 1.2 million Zebic. Oops. Maybe it'll be okay. You know, who knows? Yeah, no, the Killdozer is not ready yet. If you guys want to donate to build a Killdozer, if we could raise 100 grand, I will build a Killdozer, and we'll go demolish some stuff. Did you guys see my Jesse says nope. Did you guys see my Killdozer I used to have? Let's pull it up here. This was my Killdozer. Look at it. That's badass, ain't it? This is now sitting in a museum. I don't know if you guys can see it because of where it's at. Let's see here if I can minimize this. So yeah, this is now sitting in a museum. I don't own it anymore. I made a lot of money off this deal though. This is a $175,000 vehicle right here. And don't forget, we have merchandise. So we have hoodies, men's and women's t-shirts. We have mugs, and we have stickers as well. So you can go onto the site and click the link and go to that page and order your hoodie or t-shirt or mug or whatever. Henry says some Mad Max shit there. Yeah, dude, that thing was fun. I like it. Has rubber tracks on it, so you could ride it on the road. So we got to drive it on the road a couple times and have some fun with it. I only owned it for about, I would say, like a week or two. and then I bought it, and actually I had it for like a few months, but I went down. Am I bringing merch to Vegas if it arrives? If it arrives in time, yes. But the first order I put through, I just ordered one of each to make sure for quality control. But I don't know if the merch will be there. So you're probably going to have to order it online first because there's a bit of delays because of all the tariff stuff going on and everything. So hopefully I have at least a shirt that I can wear. But I wanted to order one of everything just to make sure that the quality was there. But so far, so good. It looks good to me. I would do nothing good with a bulldozer. Yeah. I don't want a bulldozer. I want a tank. I want a full-blown tank. They have them. You can buy them. They're not cheap though, but you can get them. You just can't get the turret part of it. So the ATF comes in and takes the turrets away, and then you can still buy them. But you can still drive it and everything, you know. Badass. I could wear the hoodie in the tournaments. Great plug. I don't have any hoodies ordered yet. I only ordered the shirt because I wanted to see the quality. And once I know the quality is good, then I'll get some shirts. We're gonna have more meet and greets though. We'll have more meet and greets and more opportunities. But I don't even think my order is going to be here in time for Vegas. I was hoping, I was really trying to get all this done like weeks and weeks ago, and we've just been busy with the show and getting all the artwork done and everything. Things take time. The feed keeps going in and out. Let me try that. Nope. That's not what we want. It just got a mind of its own all of a sudden. Hopefully that fixes it. Yeah, TikTok's version of OBS is very glitchy. Very, very glitchy. So it's been having a lot of problems. That's why I kind of like using Twitch. We don't have the problems we have on here that we have on Twitch. By the way, if you haven't joined on Twitch yet, make sure you're lined up for that, because at about, I'd say 7:30, 8 o'clock, we're going to be going over to Twitch exclusive because we have some things to talk about that we can't say here. It's going to be awesome. And those of you who are all here in the chat, I had mentioned it earlier. Were you guys in the chat for the Katy Perry story? We had a Twitch exclusive where we talked about what happened with Katy Perry. This was right around when they had their little space trip thing. Okay, so we're going to cover some more on that story. And I found something. I had to dig deep. This is a very old shirt. This is from 2011. This is that show. The one that I told you, if you saw the show where I talked about what happened with Katy Perry, this is from that show. This is Katy Perry. I was on the crew. This is 2011. Okay? So there's your proof right there. I was there. So I had to dig this one out. But we're going to talk about this on Twitch, and we're going to send in donations to help the Save a Warrior Fund. Twitch blankets me with ads and interrupts the show I miss so much. You got to subscribe, man, and then you don't get all that. Remember, TikTok will be shutting down on June 19th. So on June 19th, we aren't going to be here anymore. So you're going to transfer over to Twitch, and we're going to continue the show there. Well, allegedly, yes. There goes the fact checker. But yes, even if TikTok stays, it's such a nightmare and a headache. We are transitioning from there. So the rest of the week is going to be Twitch exclusive. So if you want to continue to watch the show, you're going to have to watch it on Twitch, because we are trying to make that transition over to that platform. Okay? Because that's just where it has to be. And it's just better for podcasts. So when you subscribe on TikTok, you're subscribing for those daily price point videos and for the coaching one-on-one messaging and the email alert system. Okay? When you subscribe on Twitch, you're subscribing for the exclusive Twitch content, or you just deal with the ads. So that's kind of where we're at right now with it. And once we move over to Twitch completely, it'll just be only Twitch that you're subscribing for. But we're trying to grow. We're trying to create a community here. Everyone wants to know when the ZBCN retracement will happen. I don't know if it will. And it could just be a rug, man. And I've been hearing a lot of stories about liquidity issues with people pulling out their money. So if you're in ZBCN, do a little test. Big Baller, I'm talking to you. See if you can pull out any of your money and what the fees cost. Because I've heard that the fees are a lot. Sub ends June 20th. Your sub does on TikTok? Took my profits, paying with the casino now. Yeah, but your subscription ends June 20th. Okay. We are still facilitating the switch. So as long as TikTok is around, still, we'll continue to do back and forth. But if not, we'll just move to Twitch completely. So we'll facilitate that. We're getting closer to that date. We'll figure it out. But as of right now, we're using both platforms. So if your subscription runs up on the 20th and you want to let it lapse, and then we end up staying with TikTok and you want to renew or whatever, we'll figure that out. I'm trying to figure out how we can give you the same amenities like I do on TikTok. So on TikTok, I can post those videos. I can post those price points. You can message me directly. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the subscriptions on Twitch. Will allow you to enter into our Discord, which is where I will post those daily price point videos. And then you can message me directly on Twitch through a whisper. So I'm still working that out. IT's working that out. It's going to be a transition. Just know this, okay? Just know this. If you did subscribe on TikTok, I will be honoring those subscriptions, okay? Okay, I will be honoring those even if TikTok goes away. And everyone, if we have to make it to where you just send me a whisper on Twitch and message me directly there, and I just have to answer a million questions, I'm going to do it that way until we get it facilitated. But I will honor your subscriptions on TikTok no matter what, okay? So for those of you that have paid 3 months in advance or whatever, don't worry. You will be taken care of, okay? I got you. We will figure it all out. This will be a transition, but just make sure that you are on Twitch just in case for some reason. We get hit with guidelines all the time. We get hit with guidelines and we're just exclusively on Twitch during that time. So this way you don't miss a show. And remember, all the shows are recorded so you can watch them on YouTube. Big Baller, shout out to thanks for the subs on Twitch. Yeah, thank you, Big Baller. Much appreciated. Thank you for gifting out those subs. We want to grow Twitch, and we're going to be moving over there in just a little bit. Actually, why don't we, if you want to, now that we've had our main guest on and everything, I'll tell you what. If we can meet this Heart Me goal, we'll go over to Twitch now and we will have a rabbit hole session, baby. As soon as we've got 20 Heart Me's on TikTok, we will move over to Twitch and we will jump down the rabbit hole. Danny Gibson, thank you for the Heart Me. T-Muzz, thank you for the goat. Cmont, thank you for the 12 lightning bolts. Purple Pepe, thank you for the 2 roses. Cmont, thank you for the 3 awesomes. Neo, thank you for the popular votes. NYC, thank you for the Heart Me. Guinea Marie, thank you for the Heart Me. Neo, thank you for the Heart Me. Shark, thank you for the Heart Me. Cmont, thank you for the roses. Jessica, thank you for the 5 popular votes. Thank you guys so much. Jesse says, goodness. All right, so let's talk about SXT. All right, let's do a little TA. We are really close to meeting that Heart Me goal. And then we'll move to Twitch and we'll go down the rabbit hole a little bit. So check this out, guys. We may see a new floor at 11.5 on SXT. Now, there is a potential it drops lower, but if it continues to consolidate here, the new floor is 11.5. That is good, healthy movement. The longer this moves sideways right here, the less likely it will ever drop again. And this is what we want to see. We want to see it lose its volatility for a while because this is a new one. But this one right here, this is a long-term goal for me. I'm just looking to find the floor and then just accumulate like crazy. This one will be huge. This one could see a spike if we go into alt season and things like that, or more short term. But I think in the long term, once real world utility kicks in 2030, you're going to see this thing do the numbers that everybody wants XRP to do. All right. All those $10, $100 goals, that could definitely happen with this by 2030. Whereas XRP, the way it works is it's not feasible. There is a situation where XRP could potentially do bigger, crazy, greater things, but I don't think that's the case because of CBDCs. Man, I really got to get contacts. The headphones hurt my glasses so much. I'm just going to take off the headphones for a little bit. Just got to take the headphones off. Man, it's just too tight on my head. It's like squishes my ears into my glasses. All right, keep hitting that like button, guys. We're at 55K. Let's get to 100K likes. And in the meantime, let's do a little TA. Look at this. On the freaking nose. XRP went to 223 on the freaking nose. Came up. And I would imagine it's likely that it comes back down to retest. Here's the thing. Is XRP, if it continues to hug this bottom line, then it could be breaking structure and move down. Let's take this out of here. All right. Or let's, this is more or less where I think we're at. Okay. See this right here? This is, see the wedge? This is a descending wedge. Here, I'll pull it up, show you. Little TA lesson. So here it is. When a bullish trend pushes up and then goes into this descending falling wedge, it continues up, and it's more bullish than what it previously was. Here's another image of it. Like, look at this. Okay? And this is exactly what XRP is looking like right now. Okay? This is exactly what we're seeing. Look at XRP. And I would even argue that that potentially comes all the way down here, because we can put this in the week. Okay? In the 1 week, that means this 163 price point is driving this right here. So we've got 2 red weeks. I think we're due for a green candle up and out. And according to this, that would take us up higher than our previous point. This is a very, very bullish pattern. Okay? This is a very bullish pattern. This is what one of the this is more bullish than a descending channel. This is way more bullish. Okay? The wedge is what you want to see. And that's what we're seeing right here. So if this moved all the way here, that could potentially take us to $3 or even $3.20. Big Baller says, why? What do you mean, why? You got to be more specific, guys. When you ask questions, you got to be more specific. I do want to help you guys, but I don't think that this counts to right here. But let's say, for instance, it does. Okay. Let's just say that this is all we get from it. That would still put the price at 280. That's why I'm being conservative and saying about 280. All right? And I've been saying it for a while. About 280 is where we'll be at. Why is it better than a descending channel? That's a good question. So a descending channel is, let me clear this out here. Let me go somewhere where I can draw something. All right. So here's our descending channel. And this is what we get. We pump up into it. And we go like that. And then it comes up. And it usually reaches about the top of where it was. So it's just a retracement back to its original price. So if this was at 327 and it pumped up like this and it went up to 375 and then it channeled back down to 342 and then pumped out, it would come back and retrace to 375. Okay? A wedge is like this. So what happens is when it pumps into it, it consolidates tighter. So the moves are happening and squeezing down into more of a consolidated state. And because of that consolidated state, it drives the price up and it goes much higher. So it goes twice as high. So if this started at 308 and pumped to 382, drove down to 340, it would then potentially pump to 416. Because it's like a funnel. You're squeezing all of that into a funnel, it creates pressure. Bus King is asking to join. Let's see if it's an actual legitimate person. We'll let him. We'll give him a shot. I'm trying to open up. What's up, Bus King?
Hey, what's up? Are you teaching trading concepts?
I am.
Yeah, I like your insight that it funnels everything and it's like pressure gets built up and then the price explodes outside the trend line.
Right. Think of it as like water or electricity moving through a pipe, right? So if you have water flowing through a pipe that's straight like this, it has less resistance. So when it comes up, it just kind of flows more fluidly. When you have water funneling into this, it has all this buildup and pressure behind it, compacted on it. And it's consolidating into something tight, which pushes it even harder.
I have a question,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
If
Glad
you
to
look
have you,
at
man.
that, it sort of looks like a downtrend. And there's also sayings like what tends to be in a trend continues to will tend to continue in that direction. So how are you able to tell whether it will be a breakout or it'll continue to trend downwards?
Well, that's what we're watching for to see, because this is why I'm cautious, because generally they say sell in May, go away, right? Have you heard the term before? It's a famous trading firm's term. It's been around for a long time. Have you heard the term?
No, I haven't.
Let me pull it up for you here. This is why I'm still cautious, everyone. Sell in May, go away is a well-known stock market adage that suggests investors should sell their stock holdings in May and then reinvest in November based on historical tendency for stocks to underperform during the May-October period. So, we are taking into consideration that that could still be the case.